Welcome to this yoga flow. We will be embodying the Manipura Chakra, also known as the solar plexus. This energy center is tied to your self-esteem, energy, and willpower. We will begin in child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touching. Reach your hands forward on the mat and rest your forehead down. Breathe deeply here. Take time to connect to your breath. We will be exploring poses to remind you of your personal power. Make your way to 8-limbed pose. Feet, knees, hands, chest and chin stay on the ground. Look forward. Stay here for a few breaths. On your next inhale, slide your body to cobra pose. Lengthen your arms, straighten your back. Find space, especially in your lower back. Gaze forward or slightly up. Feel the stretch in your abdomen here. From cobra pose, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Come into downward facing dog. Spread fingers wide on the mat. Press into the palm of your hands. Breathe deeply here. Feel the energy in your body. Hold this pose for several breaths. Reflect on traits of confidence. From downward facing dog, ripple forward. Hover your knees off the mat while keeping your body parallel to the floor. We are finding a hovering tabletop. Hold this pose for several breaths. Feel the heat build in your body here. Feel your inner power and remind yourself of your strength and your capability. From hovering tabletop, keep your toes tucked. Walk your hands back and sit on your heels. We are in a toe squat position. Check if your spine is straight. You may rest your hands on your thighs or the ground in front of you. Feel the stretch in the soles of your feet. Embrace the sensations here. Concentrate on a calm and focused mind. Come back to your hands and knees. We're going to be exploring some cat-cow poses. On an inhale, drop your belly towards the mat. Lift your chin and chest. Gaze upward. On your exhale, draw your belly to your spine, round your back, and find a cat pose. Continue this movement for several breaths, feeling the rhythm of your breath and the movements your body wants to take here. This pose can signify the balance of power and gentleness all within you. From cat-cow pose, we are going to transition into further fluid motions. We are going to find a child's pose, bringing your hips back to your heels, resting your forehead on the mat, and extending your arms in front of you. Then you will slide your body forward onto your belly. Place your hands under your shoulders and press into cobra pose. Next, tuck your toes. Press your hands firmly into your mat. Lift your hips up. Find downward facing dog. Press your heels towards the mat. Lengthen your spine. Finally, shift your weight forward from downward facing dog and find the tabletop position. Find child's pose again. Find cobra pose. Tuck your toes downward facing dog. Find a tabletop position. One last time. Child's pose. Forward to cobra. Tuck toes, down dog. Shift into tabletop. We will now reset with an optional vinyasa. Lift hips up and back. Come forward, take a chaturanga. Knees up or down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, gaze forward. Step in between your hands and slowly roll up to Tadasana. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead and bend your knees. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Keep your weight in your heels. Engage your core. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Fold forward from the waist. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift your torso halfway. Lengthen your spine. Hands can rest on your shins or thighs. Exhale, step or jump back to chaturanga. Maybe rest on your knees. Lower halfway down. Bend your elbows close to your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs and knees off the mat. Feet press into the ground. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Press into your palms. Connect with your breath here. Inhale, step your right foot forward between your hands, back foot at 45 degrees. Square your hips to the front of your mat, arms reach overhead. Warrior one. Take a chaturanga. Maybe keep one leg lifted in this chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward this time, back foot at 45 degrees, square your hips, arms reach up. Exhale, plant your hands and take your chaturanga. Maybe one leg hovers this time again. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, find downward facing dog again. Take one more deep breath here. Make your way to the top of your mat, halfway lift, lengthening through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead, bent knees, chair pose. Keep your weight in your heels. And come to standing at the top of your mat, Tadasana. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. Palms face forward. Again, we will reset now with an optional vinyasa. You can meet us in downward facing dog if you feel like skipping it today. If not, take your chaturanga, knees up or down. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, lift your left leg up. Hold here for a few breaths. Feel the heat build within your body. On your next exhale, step it through, and on your inhale, cartwheel your arms out to warrior two. Your front knee is 90 degrees. Your knees are over your heels. Firm into your thighs and feel your power. On your next exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Find a low lunge. From low lunge, feel the power in your hands. Slowly shift your weight forward and find standing split. Lift your right leg up to the sky, finding a stretch and at the same time strengthening down into the ground through your standing leg. Breathe here, connect to being grounded. On your exhale, you're going to find a Shiva squat, bringing your lifted knee behind your grounded knee. Inhale, back to standing split. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, split. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, split. And find Shiva squat again and wait there for a breath. Make your way to a dancer's pose from Shiva squat. To do that, you will lift your upper body while keeping your bent leg lifted. Root into your power, lift that leg further up into the sky. Reach back with your right hand and take a hold of your right foot. Kick into your hand. Feel your power, open your chest. Dancer's pose. Take a deep breath here. Let go of your foot with control, but keep it lifted. Sweep your foot out to the side, to the front, right leg over left. Find an eagle pose. Right arm comes under left, taking a bind. Breathe here. Take a breath here. On your exhale, unwrap your legs and your arms, and with control, float your leg back so that your toes gently land on your mat. Raise your arms to the sky. Feel your power once again. High lunge. Exhale and twist to your left. Find a twist in your high lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, pivot all the way around and frame your right foot with your hands. Take a vinyasa. Maybe keep one of your legs lifted. In downward facing dog, take a few deep breaths. Find your center once again. We are going to move on to doing the other side now. When you're ready, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Step through, find warrior two. Shoulder blades pull together, gaze over right hand. Frame your foot, low lunge. Left leg to the sky, standing split. Exhale, find a Shiva squat. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, standing. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, standing. Exhale everything and take a moment in your Shiva squat. Find dancer pose on this side. Lift up your upper body and reach back for your leg. Push your leg into your hand. Find lift in your chest. Find a point to look at. Maintain balance. From dancer's pose, with control, release your lifted leg and sweep your left leg around and wrap to find an eagle pose. Left arm under right. Take a moment Unwrap from eagle pose, your left leg floats back with control, finding a high lunge. Arms lift to the sky. On your next exhale, twist open to the right. Arms reach long. Sweep your arms all the way around. Frame your left foot. Take a vinyasa. Maybe one of your legs stays lifted. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And meeting in downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel the power inside your body. And when you're ready, gaze in front and walk your feet up to Tadasana. In Tadasana, bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in and feel free to reflect on some affirmations to embrace your personal power. You can tell yourself, I value myself. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Find a Malasana squat. Hands come to prayer. Spine lifts. Feel the grounding this pose offers you. Now find a seat on your mat, legs long out in front of you. Inhale, find lift through your spine. Reach the crown of your head to the sky. And with a big exhale, fold forward. Reach for your legs or your feet. Find a seated forward fold. Come out of the pose. Lay back on your mat. Feet at the width of your mat, knees come up. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Take any movements here that feel good. Go at your own pace. Pull up your legs when you're ready. Find a happy baby, taking hold of either the outside edges of your feet or your legs. Maybe rock from side to side here if that feels good. Release this pose. Pull both knees into your chest. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, let your knees fall to the left. Arm extends to the right, gaze right. Supine twist. Pull your knees into your chest. Let them fall to the right. Arm extends to the left, gaze left. Supine twist. Connect with your breath here. Bring your knees back to your chest. Squeeze really hard. All your muscles can tense up now. And when you're ready, relax your body into Shavasana. Let your breathing become natural and rest here as long as it serves you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. When you are ready to come out of this pose, return to the world gently. Thank you for sharing your practice with me.